Today I wanted to just sit down and do some speed reviews of some makeup products I have been using recently. Some of these products are new, some are a little bit old, but a lot of these products I haven't really talked about much on my channel yet. And I really want to get into the habit of doing these speed reviews videos. I did a couple last year, but I think I kind of fell off of it. And the reason why I want to do more of these is because I feel like we see so many first impressions videos of people trying new makeup for the first time, and that's all fun and great. But I feel like first impressions don't really tell you much about the product. And I get so annoyed. I know you guys do too when you're watching a TikTok video, they put on a foundation and they're like, oh my god, this is the best foundation I've ever worn in my life. And you're like, girl, you've had it on for 2 minutes. So I want to get better at talking about products I have used more than once or twice and tell you my true opinions and thoughts on them. And I'm also going to be very transparent about the products I have received in PR, products I purchased myself, why I purchased them, why I did or did not keep this PR. I just want to be so open with you guys because I feel like I've just been seeing so much fakeness on social media recently, and it's getting to me a little bit. So I want to be the opposite of that. You know what I mean? I just want to sit down and chat about new makeup and my thoughts and feelings on them. So if that sounds good, let's do it. The first product I want to talk about I did receive in PR, and it is the One Size Secure the Glow Tacky Hydrating Primer. I'm sure you guys have seen this one. I know people are calling it the Boba Primer because of the little balls in there. I kind of want to read the claims of the product and then tell you my personal experience with these products. So this primer claims to have a radiant finish, hydrating, long wearing, it has hyaluronic acid, and it's good for dryness. So when I first received this primer and I saw that it's a tacky hydrating primer, I initially thought it was supposed to be kind of a dupe of the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, which is a dupe of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. You all know. But I find that this primer is not tacky at all, but it is very hydrating. And as someone with dry skin, I do reach for a hydrating primer a lot of the time. So I have found myself continuing to use this. I've probably used this 10 times by now, and I'm finding that it works really nicely underneath all of my foundations. I would just say it's a good hydrating primer. If you have dry skin and you're looking for a hydrating primer, I would recommend this, but do I think it's something new and extraordinary that you need to go run out and try? No. I have not one, not two, but 3 different kind of foundation skin tints I want to talk about. In general, I've been getting a little bit tired of that super glowy base on myself just because I find that I'll be too glowy, I'll set my face with powder, and then I'm just still so glowy throughout the day. So I've kind of been more on the hunt for a more matte foundation. Before I tried these 3 I'm going to talk about, I've been really liking the YSL All Hours foundation, which is a luminous matte, and I find that I love the finish of this. So I've kind of been looking for other luminous matte foundations, and that sounds so contradictory, a luminous matte, but it's a very soft matte is how I would describe it. All 3 of these foundations I did receive in PR. So first I have the bareMinerals barePro Skin Perfecting Matte Liquid Foundation. I do have 2 shades here. And when I received this one, I was a little confused because I felt like they just recently sent me another foundation, and then I found that foundation in my declutter box. Let me pull that out. It was the original Pure Serum Radiant Natural Liquid Foundation. I don't know if you can see the separation. This is really gross, and it was really liquidy. The packaging was very faulty as well, and I just did not like how this looked on my skin. So when I received this, I was like, is this the same thing? But it's not. This is a matte one. Here are the claims for this foundation. It says ideal for all skin types, even sensitive skin. It's a flexible and breathable formula. Delivers 24-hour full coverage, comfortable matte finish, sweat, heat, humidity, water transfer, smudge proof. That is so many claims for this, but I gotta say I have been loving it ever since I received it. As someone with dry skin, whenever I see it matte in a foundation, I get a little bit worried, but if I pair this with a more glowy or even just a hydrating primer, this looks so beautiful on my skin. I definitely agree that it is a medium to full coverage, and it does feel so lightweight on the skin. You know how some matte foundations can just feel so thick and heavy? This truly does feel lightweight. And over the past few weeks, I've only been wanting to grab for this foundation because of the finish of it. Like I said, I don't feel like I have to constantly set my face with powder to get rid of any glow. It just gives a beautiful soft matte finish. I have been loving this. I do also have a code with bareMinerals now that works on their website. I believe the code is just Angela to save some money, so if you want to check out this foundation, if you've been looking for more of a soft matte foundation, I highly recommend this one. The next foundation I'm having some mixed feelings on, and it is the new Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow foundation. So they say that this foundation is good for uneven texture, it's hydrating, has hyaluronic acid, non-comedogenic, and natural finish. First of all, I have to disagree with the natural finish. It is a glowy finish, guys. I am wearing this foundation today in the shade 1N06. You'll see the footage of me applying it here. So I've worn this foundation a handful of times now, and every time I use it, I feel like I have a different opinion, and I don't like that feeling. The first time I wore it, I hated how it looked on my face. It was just like not sinking into my skin. I could still feel it on top of my skin, and I felt like it was kind of separating in some spots, and I was just like, crap, I hate this foundation. And just in general, I've never really loved or fell in love with any of the Makeup Forever complexion products, any of their foundations or powders, loose powders. Like, they've all just kind of been a miss for me, so I was like, okay, another Makeup Forever miss. But when I applied it today, I actually feel like it looks pretty dang good on my skin. It does have a more light to medium coverage, but again, it is a very, very glowy foundation, so I really had to set this down with powder, and I still feel like throughout the day today, this glowiness is going to peek through. And it's just funny because I have dry skin. Like, I am the market for this product, but I still feel like it is too glowy. So maybe if you're like super, super dry and you really want a hydrating glowy foundation, this one would be for you. But I don't know, I still kind of have mixed feelings on it. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. It's kind of right in the middle for me right now. And then the last foundation I want to talk about, I was pleasantly surprised by, and I did not think I would like it as much as I do. It is the Catrice Nude Drop Tinted Serum Foundation with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. So again, I did receive this one in PR, and when I first got it in PR, I was not planning on keeping this PR because I'm very picky about foundations. You know, I have more dry skin, I have a lot of acne that I like to cover, and I've just never really loved drugstore foundations in general, so I was fully expecting not to try this. I was gonna donate this product and just never use it. I was even watching one of Jen Phelps' videos, and she said she didn't really love this on her skin, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna try it. And then I was looking at the color of this one. The shade is 10N, and I was like, this shade looks like a pretty good match for my non-fake tan, which is kind of hard of a shade match for me to do. And I also wasn't excited about this because I hate a little dropper applicator, right? So I had all these things telling me don't try it, but I ended up trying it and I love it. Looking at the claims for this foundation, they say it's a liquid serum texture, feathery light, breathable formula, light to medium coverage, buildable, 24 hours of hydration, long-lasting radiant finish, dropper application, fragrance-free, cruelty-free, vegan, and it's only $10. So honestly, this foundation hits a lot of check marks for me. I like a light to medium coverage foundation because I like to use more of a full coverage concealer on my spots. Like, I don't really have a lot of redness throughout my face. It's just on my little spots where I have redness and my blemishes and everything. It is a very lightweight formula. It does not feel heavy on my skin at all. And they say it's a radiant finish, but I don't think it's too radiant. It's definitely not too glowy like the Makeup Forever one. So I love the coverage. I love the finish. The price point is great. The shade is really great for me, but in general, their shade range is terrible. So the only thing I don't love about this foundation is just the dropper applicator. Like, this could have been in a pump. It's just a little liquidy, but that's okay. But I have been pleasantly surprised by this Catrice foundation. Next, I want to talk about the e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara. So I did buy this mascara myself, and it has been on my radar for a while, but I think I bought it maybe a month or so after it initially launched because I kept waiting for it to go on Ulta's website, but it just like never did. So I bought it off of e.l.f.'s website with some other things that I wanted to try, and I had such high expectations for this mascara because they claim it's a tubing formula, and I love a tubing mascara. If you don't know what a tubing mascara is, pretty much it's a formula that's going to form tubes around your lashes that don't flake or smudge throughout the day. And with most tubing formulas, you can remove it with just water. So my favorite tubing mascara is the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions one. I haven't had that one in a while, but I might need to get it again in the summer because it just wears beautifully. It removes so easily with just water. And I believe that this one was kind of supposed to be a dupe for that Thrive Cosmetics mascara. So they say that this is a long-lasting lengthening mascara that creates the look of lash extensions. Tubing technology wraps lashes in a lightweight tube for instant buildable length, flexible tapered silicone brush, clump, flake, and smudge resistant formula. easy removal without scrubbing. So when I first got this mascara, I did a first impression short / TikTok of it. I'll link that short down below if you want to check it out. But again, I had such high expectations for this because I love this kind of wand with the more silicone bristles. I love a tubing formula, and I tend to like e.l.f.'s mascaras. I really like their Lash and Roll mascara. And I do feel like this mascara really separates my lashes. It does give me good length, but it does not remove with just water. Lies. I have worn this mascara 5+ times at this point, and this does not remove with water, because with the tubing mascara, you just take some water on your fingers and you just kind of like rub your lashes in between your fingers with the water, and the tubes will just like slide off really nicely. And this like half removed like a tubing formula, but I definitely did need like my makeup melting balm and some kind of cleanser to get off all of the mascara. So all of the other claims I do agree with. It doesn't flake or smudge on me throughout the day, which obviously I love. Who wants raccoon eyes? That being said though, I still have been using it and I still really like it, but it's not tubing. Like I said, when I bought this mascara, I bought a couple other things on e.l.f.'s website, and the other thing I bought was one of their new lip oils. So I bought the shade Honey Talks, which looks kind of like a brown on their website, but it's a really nice kind of nudie brown color, and I think it's gorgeous. I'm gonna pop some more on right now. So I feel like all lip products right now are just making such a big comeback, especially just lip oils and hydrating lip products in general, which I'm totally here for. Like, I don't want a dry liquid lip. I want moisturized lips. So when I bought this lip oil, I did not know that it has a minty smell to it, but I kind of like it, honestly. I think it's kind of different than the typical like vanilla kind of cupcake scent we see a lot. So they claim that this lip oil is a non-sticky hydrating lip oil with a high gloss finish. Plush, oversized cushion applicator hugs the lips. Infused with lip loving ingredients, sheer wash of color, fresh minty scent, can be worn on its own or over lipstick. And I agree with all of those claims. It definitely is a sheer wash of color, and how I like to wear it is whenever I do my lips, I first blink them out with my foundation brush just because my lips are so naturally pigmented, and then I'll just line my lips with any lip liner, and then I'll pop on a lipstick and this on top or this on its own, and I really like that. I personally don't really like to wear lip products that I need to reapply throughout the day. I want the product to fade nicely on my lips and like just kind of come off and not be like super noticeable that my lip is missing. Does that make sense? So a sheer tinted lip oil like this is something that I definitely really like to wear. But with so many lip oils coming out, like at some point they're all kind of going to be the same, but this one is $8, so they kind of got a leg up there with their low price point. But like my lips look so juicy and shiny right now, so I do really like this lip oil. Let's stay on this lip trend right now because I have a couple more lip products I want to talk about. Next, I want to talk about the Too Faced Kissing Jelly Gloss Juicy Lip Oil / Gloss Hybrids. So these were sent to me in PR, and Too Faced sent me all 6 shades, I believed, and I went through and I smelled them all, but I told myself I don't need to keep all 6 of these. Like, that would just be ridiculous. I'm very picky about the PR that I choose to wear and test out and keep, just because if I know I'm not gonna like a product, why even try it? For example, they had a cotton candy flavor. I don't like cotton candy flavors, and it was like blue. I don't want a blue tinted lip oil that smells like cotton candy. That's just not me. So originally I only kept one color, which is raspberry, and what I found really cool about these is that they all smell different, which I find would just be like super expensive for a brand. Because you know, like the e.l.f. lip oils, these all smell minty, but to make lip oils that all have a different scent, that must be pricey. But wow, they all smelled amazing. So this one, oh my gosh. Yeah, so this one is raspberry. It smells so freaking good. And what I really like about their lip oils is the applicator, where it has a slight like little slant to it, so it like hugs your lip perfectly as you apply it. I'm just gonna be popping on lip products here. Ugh! It just feels so good. It smells amazing. Some of the shades I have do have shimmer in it, but the 2 that I kept don't have shimmer in it because I would just rather have like a juicy look to my lips, not necessarily shimmer, you know? So there's only 2 claims for this product: delivers 12-hour moisture and offers immediate shine. I 100% agree. So like I said, the first shade I kept was raspberry, and I just kept using this and loving it. So I went back into my little PR stash and I was like, let me just keep one more flavor because I'm just loving these. So the other one I kept is sour watermelon. Ugh! I could just sit here and smell these all day. Let me swatch these 2 out for you though. Like, they're really just a sheer lip oil. And like I said, at some point, all of these lip oils are the same. It's a lip oil. Yeah, so this is sour watermelon, this one is raspberry. They're really both just a sheer wash of pink that's going to give you some juiciness to your lips. Next lip product is the Tower 28 Lip Softies. So these ones I did receive in PR as well. It was actually like a cute little Valentine's Day look, kind of like a box of chocolates. Every shade was in there. I kept 2 of the shades. I kept the clear and then the dulce de leche, but it's downstairs in my kitchen. And then I gave one of the more red shades to my mom because she really likes a good hydrating lip product as well. Again, we're just seeing so many of these lip balms right now, but these ones are pretty pigmented. So this is a non-sticky lip balm treatment that delivers the intense hydration of a lip mask with a sweet, sheer tint using food-grade, non-artificial flavor. Oh yeah, the dulce de leche one literally smells like a delicious pastry I want to eat. It is very smelly, but it smells really good. But I wanted to compare this formula to the Summer Fridays one that I kind of feel like was one of the OG kind of butter balm products. So these are both clear, and whenever I apply the Tower 28 one, I find it is so similar feeling to the Summer Fridays. So if you already own the Summer Fridays one, maybe you bought into this hype, you definitely don't need this. And applicator wise, I think I prefer the applicator of the Summer Fridays just because this one again has a nice little curve to it that just hugs your lips when you apply it. And then the Tower 28 one has a round tip and it's just not as precise as the Summer Fridays, but the formula feels exactly the same on the lips. But this one is cheaper at $16. So it's just a hydrating lip balm. Again, if you've tried one, you've kind of tried them all, you have this one, you don't need this, but if you want to try one, get this one because it's cheaper. That's what I would say. But while we're talking about this type of product, I bought the Rhode, wow, I can't read this, peptide lip treatment that has also been trending. This is the only product I've tried from Rhode. I bought this myself during Christmas actually because I wanted to try this. So I also got one for my sister and my future sister-in-law for Christmas. Just like throw in their packages, you know, right? But like I wanted to try this one myself. And I do not like this lip treatment at all. First of all, the applicator is a lot smaller than the Summer Fridays one, like a lot smaller. So I don't get the nice little hug that this gives my lips when I apply this one. And then this one also feels gritty, which does not make sense because it's literally a clear lip balm. Why is this feeling gritty on my lips? So I've used this Rhode one a few times, but it's probably gonna go in the trash pretty soon because I just cannot find a purpose for it. And why would I want to give it to like my mom or someone when it feels gritty on my lips? Like that's just not fun. I also wanted to give you guys a little update on the Essence Lash Princess Mascara Primer that I tried out in a recent video. So I've worn this primer underneath some of my favorite mascaras. I initially tried it with the Essence Lash Princess. I wore it under my Tower 28, which is my top mascara right now. I've even worn it under the e.l.f. Lash Extender. And the only thing I notice with this primer is that it makes the mascara go on smoother, but I don't notice any additional length or volume or thickness to my lashes whenever I use this. So I'm not finding this to be a necessary step in my little mascara routine. So I haven't been using it recently and I don't think I'm gonna grab for it anymore because it's not making a difference for the way my lashes look. So that is going to wrap up this little speed reviews of some products I have been using recently and my thoughts and opinions on them. If you've tried any of these products, I would love to know your thoughts down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.